Welcome to Crew Bouge.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us again this week. And we're on episode what?
Episode number 9.
9.
We've got 9 episodes.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Like, this has been the perfect, I think, escape from COVID for me. It's been the perfect escape. Like, just to be able to sit and relax and drink wine with you has been amazing. Halfway across the country. So
I know, halfway across the country. Yeah, I'm so glad that we've been able to make this work.
yeah,
Oh.
it's been so much fun. I mean, I truly look forward to it, so it's one of those things. But I mean, we are a couple of days away from the new year. Thus my boa.
Happy New Year.
I am excited to get out of 2020. I think I am looking forward to some new energy, some new 2021 energy,
I'm excited. I'm nervous, believing for the best. But
that's where I am.
There's this TikTok video that I've seen a couple times, or maybe a couple different versions, but it's like the countdown to New Year's, and it's like 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year's, and then so it was like 2020 again, and I'm just like,
no, we're not going there. We're not doing that. But
maybe they say like this is the reboot or something. But anyways,
I don't want to ever reboot this year. But
it's been a year, but I feel like there's been some good things that have come out of this year as well. So if anything, I need to be grateful. Yes, Crew Bouge has come out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still lots to be grateful for. And so that's what I'm going to focus on. And yeah, bring that into 2021 and just keep the faith.
With good energy.
With good energy. And I do that with wine. We do that with wine. So,
yeah.
So yeah, to celebrate the new year, we are talking about sparkling wines. We're going to cover Prosecco and Champagne today.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Even Cava out, but we can have Cava another time.
We can always do Cava. I mean, Cava is always welcome.
Yes.
I think sparkling wine is always welcome.
Always.
So I don't know. I guess I'll get to do my pop first, huh? You asking me what I'm drinking?
Yes. What are you drinking?
All righty. So as I'm working on this, I am drinking Zonin. It is an Italian Prosecco.
I'll get a little closer. There we go. There we go.
Italian Prosecco. And I actually favor Prosecco over champagne or Cava.
Don't you say it. No.
I'm sorry, I do. I mean, and okay. So as we're getting ready to pop.
Ooh. Oh, good job. I was a little worried there because you had your hand on the top, and I was like, oh.
Take a look. That's the bartender in me. Mm-hmm. That always have it ready to go. So it's really pretty. It's colored,
Yes.
Smells amazing. But of course, I mean, we'll get into Desiree will talk about the difference between Prosecco and champagne later. But just to let you know, this is Italian and it's 100% Glera grapes. So that is what Prosecco is. So that's one of the things that makes it different than champagne. So, and I always go for Brut. I know you guys are like, if you ever see the label, you're like, what does that mean? So it's basically Vino Spumante Brut, which means wine, sparkling, dry. So that's basically what that means if ever you're going in. So if you see Brut on it and you want a sweet wine, this is not your wine. So I typically go for the less sweet. And I'm going to try it.
Try it.
I just really love Prosecco. Like, I do have to make sure that I'm well medicated because we're going to have all these nice, lovely bubbles so I don't wake up tomorrow with a little headache. But
water.
It's really good. It still has a little sweetness to it. I got this, of course, at Trader Joe's. We'll put a link in the YouTube page, and it was about $9 a bottle. I mean, it would be good with like seafood, or even like a cheesy pasta. I mean, of course, this is brunch worthy. But yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. It is 11% alcohol.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, so it would actually be very good whether it was mixed or not. So I'm kind of liking this.
Well, good.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny because you go in the store and you see some of these words, you're like brut, spumante, and it's like, you're like, it just means sparkling and dry.
Yeah.
But, so Des, what are you drinking?
I am drinking, oh my gosh, I am so excited about this bottle. I am drinking Veuve Clicquot. I've never had this before, guys. I have seen in the store for years, especially around New Year's. I feel like they really try to push this, but I'm always like, I don't know. I could get a Prosecco that costs like half, maybe even more than half, less. Wait, basically at a much better cost. But I figured, you know what? I'm going to treat myself today. So yeah, we're treating myself. And while I'm opening this, this is why I knew I should have had it open so I wouldn't fool with it. I went to Prosecco, or I visited Prosecco when I went to Italy and got to see like how they make it and learn the process of it. And so one of these days, hopefully, Ro, that's a place that we can get to because I had so much fun visiting, just seeing the valleys, like now I find myself looking for all the DOCG because that's like the top of the line Proseccos. But I mean, any Prosecco is delicious. I don't think I have a preferred between Prosecco or champagne yet, but oh, this is coming out right here. Here we go. Oh,
I immediately became green.
Ooh, that's a lot more. Oh,
yeah.
Well, so.
Wow, I love it. It's super frothy.
Can you hear that?
Oh, I can.
Oh my gosh, it's so loud. It's like snap, crackle, pop, but it's more like, it's like ocean waves. Oh, I love it.
The foam.
Oh, okay, I'm so excited. I wish you were drinking this with me.
I do as well. I've never had it. So,
nice.
You know what? Let me not lie. They had an event in DC a number of years ago, and it was like out on a lawn somewhere, and a bunch of people were in like tennis whites and some other stuff. So I have had it, but I have not, So what does that run a bottle?
Let's see. So I believe this was about 50 a bottle. I also picked it up from Whole Paycheck. So I feel like if you got it from Trader Joe's, you could actually spend about 40, maybe 45. Mm-hmm. But I got this.
It was 47 in Trader Joe's, so it wasn't that far off.
Okay, yeah. So I got this from Whole Foods with a cheese and I think maybe a pepper, and my total came to $70. So I was like, Whole Paycheck, just
Stop it. I thought when you guys were purchased by Amazon that you all were going to not continue to take our whole paychecks. But that was a lie.
And then she had the nerve to ask me if I wanted a bag. And I was like, yes, because I've already spent $70. So
on 3 items. On 3 items. So yes, give me my bag. Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
So
it's okay.
why
It's
is
completely worth
champagne
it.
champagne?
Why champagne? So very similar methods, but there's two different, there's a traditional method and there's a tank method. The tank method is what is traditionally or typically used for Prosecco, whereas the traditional method is used for champagne and cava. And another thing that's different, it's pretty much, France has like a lot stricter regulations, and so champagne can only come from Champagne, France. So those are some of the biggest differences. Yeah, all in all, that's pretty much the difference between champagne and prosecco. It's just
Yeah.
the methods of making them.
Oh, and
Um,
the grapes, because I
and the
think
grapes,
it's
that's right.
Prosecco only Glera. I think Prosecco may only be Glera,
Yeah,
whatever.
because for champagne, it's Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Pinot. Oh gosh, I know this. I know
G
it.
word. It's a G word.
No, it's an M. Pinot Meunier.
Meunier.
I see it. It's Meunier. Meunier. I was so busy looking up the name for, or looking up how to pronounce Veuve Clicquot.
Pronounce that.
Of
Veuve Clicquot.
Pinot Meunier. I don't know. But so those were the three grapes primarily used in making champagne.
Oh
Um,
my goodness. So that's too
Another
funny.
interesting fact about champagne is that you won't necessarily see a vintage on your bottles. And that's because the winemakers usually try to keep it to taste the same because people like what they taste. And so they want it to taste the same. So they usually blend it with a few different vintages. So it's usually considered non-vintage.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that they just blend it all in. I had no idea. And it's funny because I was reading, of course, I was like, let me, do some reading. But like we traditionally use the flute, but you wine people, you oenophiles, whatever, say that we should drink them out of larger glasses so that there could be more stuff. Like this flute is just for presentation. And they said supposed to hold on to the bubbles or, make the bubbles last longer. But I just found that out like when I was today years old.
Yes, I mean, that was one of the things that I learned during New York Champagne Week, which was back in November. But a lot of the professionals were drinking out of these like larger, like tulip glasses. And I felt so embarrassed because I didn't have like a typical flute. I finally did get a flute. And so it's just for like presentation. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
they don't, for tastings, they don't tend to drink out of the flutes. It's more the larger glasses. So yeah, that is very interesting.
It was very interesting to me. I did a lot of like just reading and it's for me it's going down the rabbit hole. So what are you tasting over there? And it's a really pretty color, like that's very bright.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, like gold color. I am loving this. It's really, I'm getting a lot of like lemon, citrus notes, notes of like toast and yeast, which is pretty known for Chardonnay. Really, really good. A little bit of apple and pear. It's got a nice
Mm-hmm.
crisp bite to it, but yeah, it's very acidic, it's dry. This is like, I don't know if I'm going to have any of this left over for New Year's Eve, but I would love to pair this with some, like a pasta dish with like Parmesan cheese or
Mm-hmm.
with like some shrimp or something. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
How about yours?
I it actually is really good. It's not nearly as dark. It is very much like a straw color, but I think I like the Glera grape because it's very fruity but not super sweet, which is what and I know that, I do prefer to drink the brute, but yeah, it's very refreshing. And it's not, the bubbles are not super like overpowering. Sometimes you can get a prosecco and it's a little bit um more bubbly than others. But yeah, so very citrusy. And more like honey to me, kind of like almost like a honey type of flavor.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it's really good. I don't think mine is. I don't think my bottle's gonna make it either. Because as we were talking, I was like, what do I have in there that I can use to make some like pasta situation? I'm definitely down for a pasta sitch tonight.
I mean,
But yeah. Oh, can you talk about your handy dandy uh stopper,
oh,
your stopper that you have on the Prosecco?
oh, okay. Let's see. So I just so happened to have another bottle of Prosecco at the ready.
Just so
It
happens.
didn't pop as much because I actually had a little sip of this before we started talking. So, yeah, I have 3 bottles here. Don't judge me. Okay, this is also the same. So these in particular are perfect for saving your sparkling wine. It's really easy. I got a pack of 2 of these off of Amazon for, I want to say like $10. And it's really great. You just slide it on, like put it over the little divot there. That's probably not the right word for it, so I don't know. But
works for me.
But basically, you just put it on there and it helps preserve your sparkling wine for a few days. Now, normally, I open a sparkling wine, I got to finish it because it's no good. I just so happen to have open 2 bottles for another family event. And so that's the only reason I have 2 bottles open. Otherwise, normally I wouldn't have need to really preserve because once it's open, got to finish it. Especially, I don't have to work tomorrow. So, yeah. This bottle.
I am so for that.
I'm so for this that's happening right now with your.
Oh, I love it. I was like, oh, I like sparkle and I love a good boa. I do.
So what are your New Year's Eve plans? What are your New Year's Eve plans?
So I don't have any. I may pull out all the stuff. I'm not 100% sure. So, we'll spend it definitely with my special friend and probably like family, probably special friend, family, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
With the boo. So, I don't know. I don't have any mistletoe. So I guess I need to get some mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
So yeah. So I can kiss under the mistletoe for the new year.
That's for Christmas. I mean, I guess you could still, but you just kiss at the end of the countdown. You don't need a thing.
I have been, COVID has messed me up, okay? COVID has messed me up. But in any case, yes. So that'll probably be the only thing I'll be doing this Christmas, this New Year's. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just get your kiss on at the end of that countdown. Like, you don't even need mistletoe. Just make it happen.
Yeah, so that's about it. That is all about it. I don't have many plans, but I don't know. We probably eat good and that'll be it. Eat good, drink good.
Absolutely.
All the goods. That'll probably be it.
I've been watching a lot of like cooking channel stuff and like I just discovered this like Bon Appetit channel. And so I found myself like making lists of different like appetizers that I'm going to make and wine pairings. And mind you, it's just me. So like there's going to be a lot of leftovers and I'm not going to make it till midnight. Let's be honest. I'm probably going to be asleep by 10-15 p.m. But yeah, I'm planning on making shrimp avocado crostinis and like
that sounds delicious.
Bites, spinach dip. Yeah, I'm just gonna have like a whole spread of cute appetizers and like little toothpicks, and then it's just gonna be me probably dancing alone and being like, oh, I think I'll have some sausage, thank you. Like it's gonna be a very introverted and awkward New Year's Eve, and I'm so content with that.
And I am so happy that, it's funny because thinking back on it, we met New Year's Eve
Yes.
3 years ago, 4 years ago now. 17, 18, yeah, 18. So we keep messing it up. So we met 2016. So
yes,
2017, 2018, 2019, 2021,
yeah.
4 whole years.
And this story is so phenomenal. I think we should share it because
why not? I think it's great. It's amazing.
How do you meet a person or a group of women and you just click automatically and you're still friends? Like it blows my mind. Like there's no way that it should have worked. And like as my brother says, so what happened was there was a friend that organized this like meetup group. We were basically all new in town, but Ro, you knew the organizer already. You had already had like a couple events with her, right? Or meetings.
I had gone to a couple events.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, I was very new to town, like brand new, like literally bags weren't even unpacked, just moved in like the day before. Found this group and decided to go. First of all, the organizer accidentally declined my like I was like, oh, I would like to join the group. It was like new women in New Orleans. And she accidentally declined it. And it was the first time I've ever been declined to a meetup event. And so I was kind of like, okay, excuse me. And my brother, he had like a really amazing event. He's a musician. He plays with a very popular band. He had an event that was happening, but like it got rained out. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll go to this meetup event because she eventually sent me all the information. But my brother's like, this is kind of crazy. You're going to go to a party with complete strangers you don't know. And I was like, yeah, why not? And I'm so glad I did. Because it was
the funny part too, even on the back end of it. So yes, Jen, we're gonna bring your business in there. So Jennifer, who's the organizer of all of us, who organized the meetup, we were trying to figure out. So this was this was one of the first years I think that New Year's Rockin' Eve came to New Orleans. And it was cold and it downpoured. Like it was pouring rain. So it was one of those things where we're like, okay, fine, we'll meet up. My cousin Dana was there. And then and it's funny because we all show up to our other friend, Meta Soul's apartment. And she's just like, oh, hey, yeah, come in. So we came in and we were just supposed to start there. And we were praying that the rain was going to end so that we could just walk across the street to go watch the rest of the New Year's Rockin' Eve and the whole ball drop and all that kind of stuff. And that never happened. And we partied hard in Meta Soul's apartment the entire night as the first time meeting each other. And we have been friends ever since then. It's just been amazing. It's been amazing.
I just think about like the fate because I was at that New Year's Eve event with my brother who was performing, but it was raining so hard that they had to shut down the stage. And so like had that not happened, I would have never met you guys. And so it was all fate. Sorry, I've got to go run and get my charger. Sorry. This is a mess.
That's probably saying that, we're chit-chatting and extending time, but hey, I'll be here entertaining people, entertaining people. So all of that to say, people, if you're presented with the opportunity that is outside of your character, something that you would not necessarily do, I just say go ahead and do it afraid, do it uncomfortable, and do it because you may end up with a lifelong friend that you could like travel the world with and eat good food. And, it's one of those things where friends have become family for me. So,
absolutely.
And I truly, her family has become my family just in a short amount of time. So, it's just amazing. I say just do something different. If you have the opportunity, do something different. Just
do something
different.
I'm an introvert and I feel like it took me a while. Like I got to that party and I felt like everybody already knew each other. But like, I'm just so amazed that these are some of like my best friends in life. And yeah,
And
still got
it was so kismet. It was so connected. You know, it was so connected that y'all, we cut the whole group. We didn't even do any more meetups on Meetup because we were like, oh, we found our people. Our tribe is here. We don't need it anymore. We didn't do any more events. We maybe had done one more.
I think there was one
it was
more.
like
That's where we met the
maybe
other.
one more, and that was it. And then
yeah, we didn't need it anymore because we were always like, we found our crew.
We found our crew and we were rolling deep.
So. I mean, the stories we could tell. I really stories. There are screenplays about some of the events that we have. Like, I was gonna say been through, but that sounds like it was traumatizing. But events that we have. What do we say? I don't know. Anyways, lots of.
I mean, we've had amazing experience. We have had book-worthy experiences.
Yeah.
And I won't talk about the author that's on the other end of the line, but we have had book-worthy experiences, just amazing times. And, you know, if you guys ever get to go down to New Orleans, if you haven't been, go. If you go with a plan that's even alternate of just hanging out on Bourbon. There's so much good food, so many good people. Like, go and see the city, go and see like the state of Louisiana. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful mess, but it's a beautiful place. So
yeah. So with that,
cheers. Happy New Year.
Yeah, cheers to a much more promising year next year. So
yes, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. I am putting all of that wonderful energy out there.
Absolutely.
And yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. And we will see you guys on the other side of 2021.
On the other side. Okay, bye.
Hey, y'all.